It's Saturday morning, which means it's time for the FootballJOE quiz! Yes. Come on, the boys are back and we are shaking things up. On my right, as ever, trusty and true, is Ben Hook. And this week on my left, I feel like he's had it a little bit too easy as the host over the last few weeks. It's Henry Hill! The crowd goes wild.
No one ever introduces me, actually, so that's very nice.
You're so welcome.
Thank you. More budget cuts, as you can see.
What are you going to do? Henry, how are you?
Yeah, fine. Undefeated. I like that we're all in football shirts, taking this very seriously today.
Quite right, too.
Me versus Ben, once again. Let's see what happens. And Ibby in the building, too.
Ibby's here.
Yeah. Behind the camera, you can't see him, but he is here.
We found him wandering around Pret like a lonely puppy. We decided to offer him shelter for an hour or so. Ben, you're in a bit of form. Last couple, I think you've won. It's been pretty close between you two when we've done it before.
Yeah, we've gone down to the wire a couple of times and I've fallen at the final hurdle. So, yeah, hoping to get one over the big bad Henry Hill.
Guys, you know how this works by now. 5 rounds of quizzing. If you haven't already, before we get started, do subscribe. We got loads of this going on and loads of other stuff as well. We'll start, as always, with Famous Faces. Okay, Famous Faces to start then, boys. You've got 5 players here from the history of our beautiful game. And as ever, you've just got to tell us who they are. We will start with the fella in the top left.
Joe, I'm going to say off the bat, I have no idea who that is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a good start for both of us.
I can't even really tell the
neither.
shirt. I don't even know. I'm struggling. It looks like sort of Valladolid or something like that.
If you look closely, you should be able to see it. I was a little bit worried I'd made this too easy, so I'm quite glad that you're not getting
The
this
rest of
first
them,
one.
pissy.
What are you thinking, Ben?
Not much. It says Napoleon on his shirt.
I think
made by Joma.
I think you can tell what shirt that is. This is a photo from this season. Season just gone. Yeah, season just gone. You definitely know that club. Okay, Ben's still looking pretty
Blank.
perplexed.
As per.
Henry is getting a name down.
Ibby, do you know who that was?
No, at first I didn't until I googled it.
That does help.
That's quizzing.
Yeah.
Come on, Ben. Let's get something down.
I sort of feel like I do recognise him from another club.
You may well know him from being at a particular club.
That is such a budget sponsor, isn't it?
If it was just Napoleon, it'd be class. But Napoleon Sports and Casino is not great.
You going to get anything down, Ben?
I don't think I am. I'm not going to put an answer.
Okay, nothing from Ben. Henry, who have you gone for?
It's Dale Jennings once again.
Dale Jennings.
Yeah. Who's that? Good player.
It's not Dale Jennings. That is Leander Dendoncker.
Then
From Aston Villa. So
Is
he's
that Anderlecht? Is that
yeah,
Anderlecht?
he is on loan at Anderlecht, formerly of Wolves as well. Tricky one to start then. I thought you might have been there.
Good name. Good name.
Okay, no points there. Who is player number 2 on that right-hand side?
Yeah, I've got an answer.
You've both got an answer straight, and I would expect you to get this. Henry, have you gone for?
It's Torreira, the former Arsenal. He's a Uruguayan lad.
It is
Torreira.
Lucas Torreira at Galatasaray. Much better.
Easy, that one. All right. Ben, how are you feeling about this one?
There's an answer that I've got in my head.
This lad's like 6'11".
Yeah.
He played for City in goal, and he's Romanian.
Also at Nottingham Forest at one point. You've both got it. Turn them round.
Pantilimon.
Costel Pantilimon, very good. Now this one down here in the bright green shirt, who is this? Henry again is in.
Yeah, I recognise his face instantly, but it's not coming to me at the moment.
Well, there's 2 names it could be. There's 2 fairly similar names. I've punted for this one.
He's had quite a turbulent time over the last few years. Been at a lot of clubs.
Yeah.
Professionally, I don't know about personally.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like to assume.
Nah, I don't
Lots of
really-
house moves, though, I guess.
Yeah, it must be actually a bit of a faff being a journeyman.
Yeah.
You know when you see like a player who's moved every year, I must think, oh.
Never lay down roots. Anything, Ben?
Nah, I can't remember his name.
Might be frustrating for you when you hear it. Nothing from Ben. Henry Hill, who have you gone for?
I think his first name's Islam, and I think it's Slimani.
Yeah.
That is Islam Slimani. 8 clubs since 2021. Okay, point to Henry there. Last one then. We've rocketed through these after that slow start. Who is this fella in the Sunderland shirt?
I really recognise him, but I'm struggling to dig a name out.
This era of Sunderland was just perennially staying up by like a point.
Yeah.
He looks like a centre-back, that's for sure.
He's a bit of a cult player, I would say, and he's probably better known for being somewhere other than Sunderland.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not spelled like. Yeah.
I'm not going to be too.
I wonder if he's featured before.
Quite possibly. I mean, look, we're, what is it, nearly 50 episodes in now? You've both got a name down. Ben, who are you
Spelling.
going for?
Is it Kyrikos?
Kyriakos?
Something like that?
Henry?
Yeah, I think it's Kyriakos.
It's Soterios Kyriakos. I will give a point to both of you for that. Spelling is okay with
He
me.
was at Liverpool.
generous,
He was
Joe.
at,
I've always
he,
preferred
He
you to
was.
him.
AEK to Liverpool.
He's most known for being at Liverpool.
It was his long hair. He just looks like a Greek.
Yeah.
Bloody
Greek
Spartan,
man.
doesn't he?
What a player he was. Boys, it was a slow start, but very respectable scores at the end. 4-3 to Henry as we move into the connections round.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Okay, guys, connections round. You know how this works by now. 5 questions. We'll get the answers at the end. And then for a bonus point, these guys are going to tell me what connects all of them. So we'll start with a team who've been in the news quite a lot recently, are at the moment for the wrong reasons, with Lyon. Which Frenchman is Lyon's second highest goal scorer of all time? Which Frenchman is Lyon's second highest goal scorer of all time? Obviously, news came out over the last couple of days that they will be relegated to Ligue 2.
Seems a bit,
pending
that is
appeal.
wild. They've got so much debt. It's like 450 million. But they did get
Yeah.
like Europa League last year.
Yeah.
I think they're quite confident that their appeal will work because Textor's also selling up Palace, isn't he? So
Yeah.
we will see. Got an answer down for that one. Question 2. In 2019, who became Inter Milan's record transfer? In 2019, who became Inter Milan's record transfer?
That's easy, mate.
Henry
is
is
it?
in.
Ben, that is so.
I'm sorry.
Ben, that is embarrassing.
That is a period of football that I only watched one team. And that
Adam
was,
Lallana. What have you put?
That was
on there?
that was the mighty Swindon Town.
It's actually when Ashley Young went over there. big move.
Question number 3. Which forward holds the record for the most goals scored on the opening day of the Premier League?
Most goals scored.
So as in, this person has made a habit of scoring on Premier
the
League
opening
opening
day.
days. Who has the most goals on Premier League opening days?
That is absolute. I mean, that's a stab in the dark. Surely.
It's
Surely.
probably an educated guess.
I think you could probably get there. If you think about it, I think you can get there.
All right.
Okay, both got an answer. Question number 4. Who scored Spain's first goal at Euro 2024?
Oof.
I feel like we have probably spoken about this before in some form or other. Who scored Spain's first goal at Euro 2024?
Right. Ben, do you remember who that was against?
No.
Do you?
I think it was Croatia.
You're spot on.
In my head, it was from.
Okay, Ben's changed his answer there to something. Will he come to regret it? Question 5 then, to wrap this up. Bit of a fun one to finish. Which Premier League legend has the words "just enough education to perform" tattooed on his arm in tribute to his favourite band?
Premier League legend.
Which Premier League legend has the words "just enough education to perform" tattooed on his arms in tribute to his favourite band, which is
Oh,
Stereophonics?
we were talking. We only like classical music. We
Yeah.
we were saying. That
I
in the office
genuinely
earlier.
believe it from him as well. Which Premier League battle axe has got Chopin tattooed on his arm?
I've gone rogue with that one. Well, I don't know if it's
That's
rogue
okay.
or not.
I would expect a little bit more of a guess. You might have seen it. It has kind of.
Stereophonics.
You
Yeah.
said the questions were piss easy.
That one is a little more rogue, a little more fun. I'll go back through them. Question 1: Which Frenchman is Lyon's second highest scorer of all time? In 2019, who became Inter Milan's record transfer? Which forward holds the record for most goals scored on opening days of the Premier League season? Who scored Spain's first goal of Euro 2024? And which Premier League legend has just enough education to perform tattooed on his arm in favour of his favourite band? You've got answers down for most of them, boys. Ben, maybe a couple.
I'm okay with my answers in terms of the logic behind them. I don't know them. Don't know any of them for a fact, actually. Number 3, I'd probably go for a clue if I was to negotiate with.
You
young
guys
Henry.
can negotiate for a clue.
Stereophonics. What clue do you want?
I'd probably take number 3 because I'd quite like it if I got that one.
I have no idea for number 5. Have you got an idea for number 5?
Well, I'm going off people that I know like that sort of music, but I would take a clue on number 5 and then have a punt at number 3.
Yeah. Can we do that?
Okay. Clue for number 5 then. This is a Premier League legend who was managing last season
Yeah,
in English football.
I already had it.
he was managing last year in
I
English
already
football.
had it.
In English football?
I feel like I've given Henry an absolute gimme there.
He was managing last season in English football.
And you described him as a Premier League legend in the question.
I
didn't
did.
you? Yeah. So I should have
That's
gone for number
probably
3. I should have gone for number 3 as the clue.
Okay, guys, answers time then. Question 1. Which Frenchman is Lyon's second highest goal scorer of all time? Ben?
I went Lacazette.
Henry?
So it was a toss-up. I went Benzema.
Yeah. I had both written down and I
Yeah.
went Lacazette in the end.
It is Alexandre Lacazette.
Oh,
Point
Let's go.
to Ben to
Benzema
start.
just not there long enough was my logic. for
well, I
going for
might have
that.
been prolific.
Point to Ben there. Question 2. In 2019, who became Inter Milan's record transfer? Ben, who have you gone
I
for?
went with Lukaku.
And Henry?
Yes, Lukaku.
It is Romelu Lukaku for reported €80 million. Point each there. Question 3 then. Which forward holds the record for most goals scored on opening days of the Premier League season? Who have you gone for?
I went for Aguero purely because I remember him scoring I think he scored a hat-trick on an opening day. And I feel like he scored a lot of goals and a lot of might have come on opening day. But I also had Teddy Sheringham written down as well. But
Okay.
I went Aguero.
He's gone
again.
with Aguero. Henry?
I had no idea. I put Cristiano Ronaldo because I was trying to link up with some other names.
Okay. It's actually, as is the answer to most of these scoring stats at the minute, it's Mohamed Salah.
He
has
did
the
cross
most.
my mind.
He has 9 goals on Premier League opening day. Quite a
You
record.
absolutely love getting Salah in there, don't you?
Of course I do. Ballon d'Or loading. Question number 4. Not really. Who scored Spain's first goal of Euro 2024? Ben, who have you gone with?
I went Olmo.
Dani Olmo. Henry?
See, now, against Croatia, Carvajal scored a header. I think it was Morata. I think Morata burst through at the start and scored the
They
first
scored 2
goal.
quite similar goals from
Morata,
like the edge of the box.
Morata basically shot down the middle and the goalie dived the wrong way.
Yeah.
The answer is Alvaro Morata
Yes!
in a 3-0 win against Croatia. Very good, Henry. And finally, last one, the Premier League legend with just enough education to perform, tattooed on his arm. Henry, I'll come to you.
I mean, I've gone for Lampard based on the clue that you gave that he was managing last
Managing
season.
in England last season. Ben?
I mean, I went for this before the clue. Sean Dyche loves like that sort of music.
If Sean Dyche is part of this set,
Well, yeah, well, that's the thing. I was like,
Which, I mean, why have you gone to Sean Dyche? Is it because I said Premier League legend?
well, and I know that he likes sort of like indie
Yeah.
rock music, so I just went Dyche straight away and didn't change it.
The answer is Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney.
Rooney.
Stereophonics played at his wedding.
I mean,
as well.
it did cross my mind that Sean Dyche
Sean
being
Dyche
linked
is
to
a-
those other 4
It's a
people.
wild one.
I was thinking Lampard's quite a smart guy. Like, as in,
Yeah.
he's got A levels in Latin, so I don't know if
Yeah.
you need that tattoo.
5 answers then, guys. Lacazette, Romelu Lukaku, Mo Salah, Alvaro Morata, and Wayne Rooney. What could link all of these players?
I don't know whether one of them would have done this. I mean, I'm almost certain he didn't.
Lacazette is the one that I'm struggling to fit into the rest of
Yeah.
these.
I can give you a little bit of a clue.
Go on.
The clue I'll give you is just one word: impact. Impact. Always a tricky round, this one. Let us know how you're getting on at home. Henry's got an answer. In fact, you've both got answers. Okay, guys, you've actually both gone for the same thing. So, Henry, what is it you've gone for?
Based on the idea of impact, I went for a hat-trick off the bench. Although I feel like maybe 4 goals. That was my original idea.
I had 4 goals in a Premier League game written
Yeah.
down,
Yeah.
and then impact I changed to hat trick off the bench.
You're not right. I like you think. I'd like you thinking you're not right. The answer is that they all scored on their debuts for their new Premier League clubs. Lacazette scored 94 seconds into a 4-3 win against Leicester. Lukaku scored on his United debut in the Super Cup against Real Madrid. Mo Salah in a 3-3 draw against Watford. Morata in a 3-2 loss at Chelsea to Burnley. And then Rooney against Stoke. And they actually all happened in the same week.
Wow. What? In the same...
The Premier League games and the Super Cup were in the start of the 2017 season. They all happened in the same, about 3 days apart, I think they were.
Unbelievable.
Henry, 2 points for you there, mate, which
Right.
makes it 6-5 as we go into the classic matchup. Nice and close.
It would have been a better connections if Sean Dyche had been involved. I was like,
No
Joel's
argument
done
from
really
me.
well to
I
find some
think
of the
Premier League
connections.
legend is completely fair.
Right, classic matchup time. I've got 22 players from a classic game in history, and I need these guys to tell me who started the match. We're going back to Champions League fixtures again. We've done a couple with these teams, I think, so far. Chelsea and Barcelona. This time, it's the second leg of the round of 16 in 2005. Chelsea 4, Barcelona
Okay.
2.
Yeah.
Henry, feeling good about
Like
that?
it.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Let's see.
I'll go yes and no as well, actually.
Okay, fine. That's good. We'll stick with that. Henry.
Yes. I will go first, Joel.
Henry's going first, off
Yeah.
the front foot. We've got 10 seconds on the clock. Chelsea 4, Barcelona 2, round of 16, second leg in 2005 in the Champions League. Henry, 3,
Okay.
2, 1, go.
Petr Cech.
Yes.
Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho is there.
John Terry.
John Terry, correct.
Ricardo Carvalho.
Carvalho is also correct.
Ashley Cole.
Ashley Cole is not there.
Ferreira.
Ferreira is there.
Lampard.
Frank Lampard is in.
Sen.
Sen is not there.
Drogba.
No, he's not there.
Puyol.
Carlos Puyol is there.
Eto.
Eto is in.
Iniesta.
Yep.
Xavi.
Yep.
Ballack. Duff.
Duff is there. Damien Duff, well done.
Makaleli.
Claude Makelele in the middle.
Good Johnson.
Good Johnson, very good.
Deco for Barcelona.
Yep.
Joe Cole.
Joe Cole is there. Just one left for Chelsea. 2 left for Chelsea.
Valdez.
Valdez is there.
Of course, the goalkeeper. I don't. Right back. Not Abadal.
Not Abadal.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, unlucky. There's a few names in there. I feel like for the Chelsea back line, maybe playing potentially
Gallas.
not where you're used to. It's
Yeah.
William
Is it
Gallas.
Gallas?
Centre half left back.
It
You know
is.
what I was thinking? I was like, was Ashley Cole's transfer Gallas
Yeah.
before or after? Yeah, Gallas.
Yeah. So I think he was makeshifting. So for Chelsea, the players you missed are William Gallas and Mattia Kesman, started up top,
Let's go.
which is pretty,
I've
pretty
been waiting for him to
unlikely.
make an appearance on the quiz. I love Kesman.
Happy to oblige. And then Barcelona, it's quite difficult. Something you've got Belletti,
No.
Oh, who moved to Chelsea, yeah?
Olivier,
No.
alongside Puyol, Giovanni van Bronckhorst,
Oh, yeah. I'm not taking that out.
and then in the middle it was Gerrard as well, alongside Xavi and Deco in midfield. Gerrard, so tough one.
Stevie's brother.
Not Stevie, yeah,
you get
his
everyone else?
Spanish brother. You did get everyone else. It's a good effort,
Oh, I
boys.
think that's pretty good, Ben.
Yeah.
It's
Well
a pretty good
Well
effort.
done.
I'll take that.
2 points to you there, Ben. Really good. You needed that. Henry, there is still plenty of time, but Ben does now lead
The world
7-6.
turns on its axis.
You know the geography round is
Yeah,
my
the
favourite
geography round is Henry's domain.
It's geography time. Okay, guys, the fan favourite. It's geography round time. And remember, you don't just need to know the answer, you need to know
Where it is on the map.
Yes, sirree. You sure do. We've got into a little bit of a habit of doing career paths, so I'm going to start there, this one. The player that I'm looking for is Marko Arnautovic.
Bloody hell. Right.
Keep them on their toes. Here is his career path. I just want you to tell me the places I've missed out, basically. Netherlands, Italy, Germany, England, somewhere, China, somewhere, Italy. Netherlands, Italy, Germany, England, somewhere, China, somewhere, Italy. And remember, there could be repeats. I don't know if we've done any with repeats yet, but this tends to be based on the clubs that they play for, so bear that in mind. What are your early thoughts, Henry?
I think I know one of these. After England, before China. That's interesting.
I know it sounds really obvious. Try and think of the clubs that he's been at.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
You are just...
Listen, I'm just trying to help. I'm trying to help.
Oh, Arnautovic.
I've gone for like what I would call a really natural route through this country to China. And then I'm going to also go for a country that hasn't been named.
Both got answers down, 2 each. Ben, I will come to you first, mate. Where do you think we're missing?
I don't know any of the answers. I haven't followed Arnautovic's career, bar his stints at West Ham and Stoke, really. I went for his home country, which I believe is Austria. And I went to Turkey because I feel like if you're on your way to China, I would say...
It's a good stop off.
Yeah,
You know, it's a good international.
It's Ben's classic journeyman logic.
Yeah.
Ben, neither of those are right.
Is that right? Well,
Henry, I'll come to you.
That rules out Turkey. I couldn't think of a Turkish team he played for, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think that West Ham came after one of these experiences.
You've just said it out loud.
Yeah. I
So
know.
locked in England for one of them. If it's not Turkey, I don't know what the other answer is.
The UK England is right. The first gap is Stoke to West Ham. Netherlands, Italy, Germany, England, England. China, and the second gap is again Italy.
Oh.
2 stints in Italy to end. Tricky one there. A little bit of a curveball with the repeats, but Henry does get a point. Question number 2. After leaving Lazio, Ciro Immobile scored 10 goals in his first 10 games for his current club. But where is he playing?
Where is he playing, Ben?
I don't know. I've gone for a pretty stock answer again.
Doesn't love football enough, does he? Ben, who have you gone for?
I went to Turkey.
You've gone to Turkey. Henry?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the right place to go. It's Besiktas.
It is Besiktas. Point each there. Ben's journeyman logic coming in clutch this time. Question number 3. Again, not an easy one, this one. Which club goes by the nickname the Undescendables?
The Undescendables.
Which club goes by the nickname the Undescendables?
I mean, this is just an ultimate stab in the dark at this point.
Is there a lot? Is there like? Is the Undescendables mean they've never been relegated? Is this a classic example of me asking you more about the question?
I could give you a clue because it is difficult. The irony of being called the Undescendables is that they were relegated to the second tier this season.
Ooh.
Leon.
It's not Leon.
Who's been relegated?
Trying to think of a big team that's been...
Yeah.
They're not a huge team.
Undescendables.
The Undescendables. Titanic vibes. The Unsinkable. And then they get relegated. Let's get an answer in, Ben. Okay. I'll come to you first, Henry Hill. Where have you gone?
I think, because Reims are one of the oldest teams in France, Reims, and they got relegated this year against Metz in the playoff. So that's my logic, is that Reims are quite a historic club.
And you have chosen France.
Yep.
I like the logic. It's not right. Ben, where have you gone?
My logic was, for such a rogue question, I think it might be one of the major nations. So I went into Germany as a stab in the dark. I can't remember who got relegated out of the Bundesliga, but I went Germany.
And it is a point to Ben. It's Bochum.
Bochum.
Bochum, the
what is this?
What?
How do you not know that?
Oh, wow. Fair enough, Ben.
Yeah,
You got the
Bochum.
answer. So, yeah.
I said they're not a particularly big club in the scheme of things, but in their country they're well known because of their rivalry with like Dortmund.
Yeah.
Crest time. I've taken some words. I thought Henry might have an inkling who this is.
Oh,
blimey.
indeed.
I'd say there's maybe some kind of half clues in there. It's not easy.
I don't recognise it, Ben. I don't know about you.
I don't recognise it at all. I mean, part of me associates it with one country, but I don't know whether that's like, it could be totally wrong.
My only logic here is that they might be some kind of... The club colours are playing on my mind a little bit, but I've gone to Denmark as like a Scandi Vikingist, Viking kind of nation.
That is sort of where I thought you guys would go. It's not right. Ben?
I went to the Netherlands.
The Netherlands is also not right. That is Stade Malherbe Caen in France.
How are you spelling that?
C-A-E-N.
Oh, I've been there.
Normandy.
Yeah.
So
Normans.
the Viking connection, Normandy.
Yeah, fair.
It's not an easy one.
Love it.
I've been outside that ground and like regularly been to Caen in France. I maybe should have got that.
For a bonus point, can you tell me who the majority owner of this club is?
You just need a name.
Just a name, yeah. They are a current player and they own the majority stake.
I can't remember the exact club that this player started at, but I believe it's in this region.
I feel like it was in the news not too long ago. I don't think he's been part of the club for that long. Ben?
I went for Kante.
N'Golo Kante. Henry?
Kante.
It's Kylian Mbappe.
Oh, it is Mbappe.
Yeah.
I think he owns 80%. There you go. Unlucky. No points there. So we'll go on to the stadium. Is it a stadium? Is it an airport? Is it a giant science lab? You have to tell me. Where is this ground? I've blurred the name that's plastered all over it.
Oh, yeah. Classic on this one.
Yeah, right. It does look like an airport, doesn't it? It looks like a terminal.
It's a bizarre looking stadium. If you couldn't see the fact that there are seats in there, you would not know it's a football stadium.
Oh,
It's quite a big ground.
I'm surprised I haven't seen it. Well, have I?
It depends if you've been looking through the Wikipedia list of Europe's biggest football stadiums.
It's quite a unique ground, to be
It's
fair.
very unique.
There's a little bit of grass at the bottom. Building with a little zorb around it that I feel like I should recognise potentially. But we've already had that answer, so I feel like it's not there.
Yeah, that's what I'm half thinking.
Yeah.
Because I thought, my initial thoughts, it was like French.
I'm going to go with that, with my gut.
I'm just going
Happy?
to set with my answer.
I've changed my answer.
Okay, you've changed it. What have you changed it from and what have you changed it to?
I was in Germany, and I've gone to Finland. I don't know, I feel like the
Finland?
skyline,
Wow.
the skyline just rattled me.
I was not thinking either of you were going to go there.
The style of the stadium, I don't know, I maybe should have gone Iceland. It was just like, the skyline made me think it was like more scattered. One of the landmarks,
Yeah.
there's a thing with a Zorb in it, right in the background, where it's like
Okay.
a big skyscraper.
Yeah,
It's like
with a
pointy
thing.
building with
Yeah.
like the ball. And in my head, I recognise that from some, like a big city, like, you know, like tourist
Okay.
documents.
So
But
who have you gone for?
I went into Finland, but I'm maybe regretting it.
Henry, where have you gone?
I was thinking similar to Ben of it's not France, it's not Germany because they've already been done before. I don't think it's Poland. So I've gone, it's a toss up for me between the Netherlands and Switzerland, and I've gone to Switzerland. I don't think it's Basel, I think it's like Zurich Stadium.
No, I've been to Zurich Stadium and it's not. It's not.
There we go.
It might be Grasshoppers, to be
Give me
fair.
what, Grant? Yeah.
You're close, Henry. It's not right, but you are close. Ben, you're even closer. Where did you go for first?
Germany.
That
Is it Berlin?
That is the Märkisch Spiel Arena in Dusseldorf, in Germany.
Oh, yeah.
So close. So that big skyscraper, I'm not sure what it is, but that
Yeah,
big orb
I
in the sky
really-
thing is quite a famous
Fuming.
German landmark.
There's curveballs everywhere this quiz.
Well, geography round was kind of back and forwards there. It's still very close. It's 9-8 to Ben as we go into Game of Two Halves, all to play for.
It's levelled up to the geography round, and if this is harder than the geography round, then I'm...
Okay then, Game of Two Halves to end this epic 9-8 to Ben at the moment. 2 sets of questions, 10 each and 45 seconds for each of these guys to answer as many as they can. Ben, you're winning. So Henry is going to go first, but you're going to choose which pack you're answering from.
This actually does make a difference. Like winning or losing, it depends on these questions. I'm going to go with pack A.
Pack A for Ben, which means Henry, you're going first with pack B.
For bottled.
Only
B
a
for
point in it.
Bochum.
B for Bochum.
Let's go.
The Undescendables.
That's the new Marvel film that's coming out, isn't it?
Yeah,
Something like
sounds-
that,
Henry
Sounds
has
good.
been the undescendable.
That's it.
All
Up
right,
until-
come on.
Up until this point. Right, Henry, you're only a point behind. Plenty of questions, plenty
Let's
of
go.
points up for grabs. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Who was the oldest player to feature in the Premier League last season?
Goalkeeper, I don't know, pass.
Fabianski. Who completes the Lionesses Euros 2025 group alongside Wales and France?
Switzerland,
The Netherlands. Who scored more goals for Italy? De Rossi or Vieri?
Vieri,
Correct. Prior to their promotion to La Liga last week, how many years has it been since Oviedo were last there?
30.
24. Which brand will manufacture the most kits in the Premier League next season?
Adidas,
Correct. Who was the 50th club to play in the Premier League?
Luton Town,
Brentford. Which stadium has bigger capacity? Goodison Park or Ellen Road?
Ellen Road.
Goodison.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Who did Ivan Rakitic play for at international youth level? Austria or Switzerland?
Switzerland.
Correct.
It's not good enough.
Okay, so there's a few in there.
Some of them were belters in like a short amount of time. Like getting Fabianski off the dome and quickly is tough.
Yeah, that is tough. You
I'll say
knew that. You said
goalkeeper.
Yeah,
goalkeeper.
I was like, no way is he getting that.
Oh my God, Ben! I reckon this could be it. That was some good questions.
No,
in the job.
don't say it. Don't say it. I might not. Some of them I wouldn't have got. Well, a lot of them I wouldn't have got.
Ellen Road, I should have got. I'm really annoyed about that.
Come on, pack A. Come on, pack A.
3 for Henry there, so I think that's a final score of 11. It's 11-9. Ben, you need 2 to draw and 3 to carry on this form.
My watch is telling me I'm stressed again.
Okay, Ben. 3, 2, 1. Who's won more Champions Leagues as a manager, Lippi or Henkers?
Lippy.
Henkers. What's the first fixture of next season's Premier League?
Oh no. I don't know. Pass.
Liverpool-Bournemouth. What stadium has the bigger capacity, Anfield or the Emirates?
The Emirates.
Anfield. Who was the youngest player to play in the Premier League last season?
The youngest player. Nwaneri.
Jeremy Monga. What is the official name of Everton's new stadium?
Albert Dock.
No, the Hill Dickinson. How many caps did Mary Earps get for England? 53 or 63?
63.
53. Who's manufacturing Rangers kits from next season?
Umbro.
Correct. The Stadio Luigi Ferraris is shared by Genoa and which other side?
Bologna?
Sampdoria.
No.
Who is the youngest player to score for the England men's team? Come on, Joey! Okay.
Well, what's the question?
The youngest
He's
player.
allowed to finish the question. So who is the youngest player to score for the England men's team?
Oh my goodness.
Come
No,
on,
I'm
mate.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
come
sorry.
on. 5.
Theo Walcott.
It's Wayne Rooney, Henry
Yes! What a meltdown.
Somehow, Henry, despite only scoring 3,
I've bottled that a couple of
has
times.
turned it round.
I can't believe I won that.
Yeah.
I fully. You know what? Someone told me once I'm a good loser and a terrible winner, and I'm absolutely buzzing about that. So
That's the second time in a few weeks that you've scored
totally
low. You
blanked.
got away with it the other day,
Yeah.
only needing 1 to win. Today, it's been your undoing.
Yeah.
Unfortunate,
I
led
was
all the
worried-
way through.
I was worried when I heard Henry's set because I got 2.
yeah, that
out of
was
them.
tough.
Yeah.
The reason I was taking so long on that last question was 2 names come to mind,
Yeah.
Rooney and Walcott.
Hey mate, you know what, Joel? Great quiz in the end.
Enjoyed it in the
Really
end.
enjoyed that.
Loved it.
Really enjoyed that.
Our winner
my God.
today-
Sampdoria. I knew that one.
It's Henry Hill. Well done, Henry. Ben, absolutely fuming. No applause from him.
Hey, the undescendable stays undescendable.
Henry is still the man to beat on the Football Joe quiz. How did you guys get on at home? A few curveballs in there today. A little bit difficult. Let us know how you guys got on. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We have so many quizzes. We've got Football Behind Bars. We've got the long throw. We've got all sorts going on. Please do subscribe. We do not want you to miss it. Henry Hill wins again.
Yeah.
Ben loses
See you
this
later.
time. And we will see you next week. Have a good weekend.